right and wrong. So you find yourself in a situation in life and you ask yourself, is this right or wrong for me to do such and such? Is it right or wrong? What is right or wrong? What is right and wrong? How many times have you asked yourself, well, is this such a thing, right or wrong? Like, should I do this? You know? But how many times have you asked yourself, well, what the heck is right and wrong? What does that even mean? Do you not see that other people in this world, they live very different lives? They have different cultures. They have different religions. They have different convictions. They have different attitudes, different ways of interacting with each other, different ways of life. Some are more hardworking and just physically, just they want to be doing stuff all the time and lifting things and making things. And some people are just very quiet, very sensitive. And of course, there's just a variety of flavors in between extremes. So, what is right and wrong? And who's the one that is pondering this question? We've been force-fed, or we have just been overloaded with ideas of who we are and our place in this life, what the world is, the way the world works, how we're, quote, supposed to live our lives. There's all these questions going through our minds. But whose minds are they going through? Oh, that's a nice woo there. Yeah, well, that's a thought. Where did that thought come from? And what authority does it have? And are you that thought? Are you the pride that you feel? Are you the humility that you feel? Are you the happiness that you feel? We tend to define ourselves based on limited, just certain feelings that we get sometimes, and certain aspects of what we call personality. Oh, well, I'm a laid-back person, I'm a good guy, whatever. We list these things off, and yet we can't really introduce a person to that guy, It's just an idea. We just lay it out before. It's like, well, wait a second. Why do you have to lay this idea out about who you are to me? If you are here, if this is you right now, why do you have to give me a story about who you are? And is this story really accurate? And why do we believe these stories that people tell us about who they are? We're just telling stories to each other. Oh, this is me. This is who I am. This is where I came from. And some of it is like a factual type of just, oh, I went to this school, blah, blah, blah. But still, it's just this information that's filling your mind of distinguishing you from someone else. And we just keep telling each other these stories. And yet, have we really sorted these stories out? Do we even understand what we're talking about here? Is there really a person that, hey, I'm such and such? It's like UFC. I haven't watched UFC in a while, and I watched UFC last night. And it's like there's this sense that the champion has. oh, I'm the champion. I'm on the top of the hill. It's like, dude, not, and some time's going to go by. Maybe it's a year, maybe it's 10 years, who knows, but you're going to lose that title and you're not going to be the champion anymore. So really, what is the champion? Who is the champion? Oh, the greatest fighter, in this weight class in the world. It's like, is it though? I mean, and how long is this going to last? It's just, we're so sturdy and, oh, this is who I am. And then life comes along and just changes you. You can't control it. You as a person, you're being molded by life. Life's happening. Life is taking its course. And, happiness comes, sadness comes, disappointment comes. And even though on certain things supposedly we've learned our lesson, and then we just go right back to it. We tell these stories to each other. Oh, this is who I am. This is my future. And we're expected to have this big, huge confidence about, oh, this is what I'm going to do in the future. This is where I'm going to be in 5 years. This, I'm going to get my degree in this and blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to travel the world and I'm going to do this and that. You're going to do this, huh? Who is this? Who is this person? I mean, for those who are at a time in their life where they want to dig into this stuff, like, what is this? What's going on here? Have you just been a sheep your whole life and you just believe what the hell ever guy's telling you? Oh, my dad always taught me that. Okay, great. I mean, is that it? It's just, well, this is my conditioning. This is my situation in life. This is my religion. Facebook asks you what your religion is. Oh, let's see, what religion? What was it again? Oh, yeah, Lutheran. Oh, yeah, Catholic. Oh, okay. Come on. And then you're in the moment. And what should I do this or shouldn't I? How are you going to determine this? You haven't even considered these things, or have you? How about tackle who you are first? Don't just take for granted, oh, I'm this person, and then life lets you down. Well, lets who down? And are you yourself this consistent person? We like to pick certain things that are convenient for us that we can boast about in ourselves, like, that other people might not be interested in a certain sport, but let's say I'm good at a certain sport. And so, well, of course, it's easy for me to focus on that and emphasize that about me. Oh, I'm good at this sport. Yeah, but I just happen to be good at it. I don't control that. It's just, life is happening. Who am I to be like, oh, well, I'm this person and I went to this thing and I learned this and I really trucked through life and it's beyond me. It's just, how am I going to explain myself to you? Do we really want to know who we are? Do we want to know each other? Is it always just going to be surface level stuff? Just, whoa, where do you work? Whoa, where did you go to school? It's just, that's it, huh? Oh, okay. You don't want to get beyond that. If you get beyond that, then it's cheesy. And I understand that also, though. I understand that side of it. The whole, I don't want to get into this spiritual talk. Because most of the time, when people do want to get spiritual, it's just bullshit as well. So you got you got the robot people who are just going along with whatever the hell's going on in life, robot style. Oh, this is what we're doing here. This is we've always done it. This is what we do. Okay, great. Just keep perpetuating something that is possibly just, ridiculous and really harmful, and you don't even realize it. Don't bother considering this stuff. Don't bother researching your own religion. Don't bother researching this stuff. No, don't do that. But anyways, then you got the people, oh yeah, I want to talk about spirituality. Yeah, I'm a spiritual person. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, you're spiritual, huh? Okay. So, right and wrong, huh? There's so many other questions that are just skipped over. And we just are stuck in the moment. Oh, should I, what are you thinking? What do you mean right or wrong? Do you mean, would my mommy be happy with this? Is that what you're talking about? At least that's meaningful. Okay, I understand what you're questioning. What right and wrong? What is that? The ultimate, is it, I know I know what I want to do, and I know what I think would be good or beneficial, subjectively speaking, in the situation. But is it right? What is that? Is it just? We got to satisfy justice today, everybody. Oh, okay. Great. What is that? Let's not bother getting into what that is. Let's not bother getting into whether there is such a thing as justice. Let's not get into that. Let's just take for granted that the laws that are in place, well, that's the law. Respect your elders. Respect those above you. Respect those in authority. That's not rational. How is that rational? To just bow? Well, you just got to respect those in authority. I'm not saying we shouldn't respect people, but come on. What do we mean by this? Respect authority. What is authority? Who has the authority? So on the one hand, it seems just another endless bullshit, insane argument that's just negative, ends up negative a lot of times, and just in uncertainty. This whole philosophical route or spiritual route. But then on the other hand, it's like, yeah, but come on, how can you not go that route though, in a sense, You're just gonna go along with it? You're not gonna question this shit? And that whole questioning stuff, that can be a whole fucking, oh man, that can get crazy too, Oh, we're skeptical. We're skeptical about things, okay? We're skeptical about things. And we need to be true skeptics about this. What? Okay, now it's like this thing now. It's like weird, It's like, okay, I understand being skeptical, but like, we're gonna be skeptics here, and like calling yourself that a lot, and making it like this big thing, like you're a skeptic. And you're so sure about this, huh? It's a little ironic, don't you think? I mean, but we're all hypocrites. We all contradict ourselves, and show me someone out there who is the ideal person. Yeah, let's see that. Anyways, let's go walk around inside of a building and look at things on shelves and determine, hey, is this going to be useful for me? And then pull out some paper out of my pocket and be like, here you go. Want to trade? Peace.